We're going to cover it from the beginning, so please subscribe.
And he fights Miguel Cotto or Canelo Alvarez, I have no problem with him. If he avoids this fight and takes on Amir Khan, I will come on national television and I will acknowledge to you that Floyd Money Mayweather is avoiding Manny Pacquiao. Because there is no excuse for him with 2 fights left on his contract, with him scheduled to retire in the fall, according to him. There is no excuse on God's green earth for Amir Khan to step into a boxing ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr. with those 3 big fights out there.
Now we're going to stop it right there. See, I'm T-Street Controversy Live, and I cover boxing. So, in about 320-something days, less than a year, 11 months, ladies and gentlemen, Floyd Mayweather is telling us he will no longer be around. Floyd Mayweather has just 72 minutes at the maximum in the ring. To dumb it down, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute mark, the round is over. 3-minute rounds, 12 rounds, 36 minutes, $30+ million each fight. He's going to make a guaranteed $60 million in the next 11 months. We're trying to decipher, and we're going to go through it bit by bit on what Stephen A. did wrong, or if he did anything wrong. Because if you look at Amir Khan, and I know I've been tough on Amir Khan, if people who've been watching my videos and they say you don't like Amir Khan, it's not that. It's just Amir Khan has not done anything for us. Just a few days ago, there was rumors, and I wasn't even around, I was in jail. There was rumors of Amir Khan and Robert Guerrero being close, like as far as the fight being finalized. But no, that would be too good to be true, right? Because it seems as though Amir Khan is being somewhat protected away from power punchers. Now, Luis Collazo wasn't enough. Amir Khan is the #1 contender for the WBC 147-pound title, just like Robert Guerrero was, just like Victor Ortiz was. But now, wait, Victor Ortiz had the belt, didn't he? That's when Floyd came back. Anyway, I'm not getting into it. The media has been condemning Amir Khan and Floyd Mayweather. It's not that it wouldn't be a good fight. It's just that he don't deserve it. We watch boxing. So you mean to tell me Carlos Molina, Julio Diaz, Luis Collazo? What? I don't care what you got to say about Chris Algieri. Julio Diaz, that could have been a draw. Carlos Molina was a smaller fighter, and you know, that was just Then you got Lamont Peterson, Danny Garcia. Then you got Marcos Maidana. You know, then let's not go all the way back to British Prescott. This guy's had some trouble. But no matter what, no matter how you look at it, he doesn't deserve the fight.
Amir Khan is a good fighter. He is not in Floyd Mayweather's class in terms of box office, etc. The fights that are out there for Floyd Money Mayweather is Canelo Alvarez, a rematch with him, a rematch with Miguel Cotto, who's now being trained by Freddie Roach and has looked very, very impressive. If Floyd fights Amir Khan instead of Pacquiao, Alvarez, or Cotto, I will come here on national television and tell you my boy is avoiding Pacquiao, because there's no excuse for that. Not for Amir Khan. Not for Amir Khan.
And that's all it's about. That's all it's about. It's not nothing personal against Amir Khan, but it's like, yeah, why would he fight you? Like, really? So he talking about money, so these big money fights out there. Remember, Amir Khan already lost a poll to Marcos Maidana. Marcos Maidana had the bigger fight, you know, after beating Luis Collazo. I mean, not after beating Adrian Broner. American fans don't give and I'm gonna say it, American fans don't give a fuck about Amir Khan. You know, they're relying, if it was the Amir Khan fight, they're relying on the UK people to come over here like Ricky Hatton, and ain't nobody coming over here like Ricky Hatton. They came over here like they had that shit popping over here, and that's an American term. Like, yo, y'all was over here loud, partying, ruckus, and I'm talking about in a good way, the energy. Amir Khan ain't bringing that over here. You know, maybe they're trying to get that overseas revenue, but nobody, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say nobody. I'm saying, if you don't consider me to be a serious source, for boxing news. I'm saying the serious sources are not saying Amir Khan. Dan Rayfield, you want to talk about him all the time. He's not talking no Amir Khan. You don't got no Freddie Roach talking no Amir Khan. I mean, not Freddie Roach. You don't got no Teddy Atlas talking no Amir Khan. Only people talking Amir Khan is, and this is no offense, I'm being real. I'm looking like, wait a minute. Okay, all right, you supporting Pakistanis. All right, that's cool. You know, and then some people over in the UK. But look, Kell Brook got more shine than Amir Khan to be right now. I'd rather see Kell Brook versus Floyd Mayweather, and that's the honest to God truth. I'd rather see Floyd Mayweather versus Kell Brook. Because you know why? Because Amir Khan wouldn't fight Sean Porter. Let's move on. Get off this Amir Khan subject.
All right, well, Floyd was asked about Stephen A's remarks by FightHype.com, and here's his response. Listen, I don't give two flying expletive what Stephen A. Smith said. I never seen Stephen A. Smith dribble a basketball, catch a football, or box, so I can give two flying expletive what Stephen A. Smith said. Quote me on that. I repeat, I don't give an expletive what Stephen A. Smith gotta say. He's just a critic. Critics only got an opinion like everybody else. Everybody can always talk like they're a football genius, like they're a basketball genius, or like they're a boxing genius, but we ain't never seen them doing nothing but criticize athletes. So it doesn't matter who I fight. I can fight two duds. At the end of the day, it's about working smarter, not harder. So Stephen A. Smith can go on First Take and say whatever he wants to say.
Floyd Mayweather's never had a filter. Floyd Mayweather is known for throwing people under the bus. This man, Stephen A., has been making... When it comes to First Take in boxing, Stephen A. and Skip Bayless, that rivalry of Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather, that's built from memorable shows. Unforgettable broadcasts that they've had. Back and forth banner. Stephen A. has stood up for Mayweather so long and stood up and stood up and stood up and stood up. And then Mayweather just in one fellow swoop. I repeat, I don't give a fuck what Stephen A. has to say. And it's like, well, god damn, it's not like he just jumped off the bandwagon. It was slowly starting to happen. You know, after the Canelo fight, he was like, okay, all right. You know, then after the first Marcos Maidana fight, it was like, okay, all right. You know, I'm going to boycott the shit out of Floyd Mayweather versus Amir Khan. And it's not you, Amir Khan. It's not you. I don't know, I got a little emotional, but the point I'm trying to say is this. These fights are expensive. Then they add the tax on it. $74.99 to watch in high definition plus tax. It doesn't seem like they're going to go down. Listen, Mr. Mayweather is known for doing shit like that. And if you notice, the media is turning on him. Go ahead. You can be the biggest Mayweather fan and the biggest Pacquiao hater. The walls are closing in. Your CEO of your promotional company, where is he at? What's going on with Golden Boy? What's going on with Al Heyman? What's going on with his fighters? What's going on with Showtime? What's going on in boxing? Anyway, let's move along.
CJ, I noticed over the weekend, I believe, you tweeted back at Floyd, because I'm assuming, and if you read the entire article, he tried to insinuate that you were being muzzled, that you can't speak freely. What's your take on all of this?
Well, my first take about it is that Floyd knows better than that. He knows that.
Oh, he said you know better. Oh.
What I say, if anybody's backtracking, some would say that he's backtracked. Even if I did backtrack, which I don't believe that I do, at least I got a legitimate reason to. I work for somebody. I have to answer to somebody. That's ESPN. You want to call that a shame, then call most of the American public being shameful.
I don't like having to work for nobody no more. Can't say what you want.
Floyd is worth close to $500 million, if not more. But he's backtracked from time to time, so I'd ask him to look in the mirror in that regard, and I'll leave it at that in terms of that particular point of view. But to take this matter further, I said on Twitter just the other night, Skip, and I'm going to reiterate my point. I'm not going to get into a Twitter war with Floyd Mayweather Jr. You know how I feel about Floyd. You know how great I think he is as a boxer, as a fighter. I think he's the best on the planet, and I stand by that. I'm going to be a man about this because somebody needs to. Here's the bottom line. Floyd Mayweather Jr. continues to tell the public that he just wants to give the fans what we want to see. My response is, people have been asking for Pacquiao for years. Miguel Cotto is an elite fighter, especially since now he's training with Freddie Roach. You go that route, nobody can knock you for that. Canelo Alvarez, despite the fact that you're Floyd and you schooled him and picked him apart, this dude is a young lion. He's big time. Some would think he's worthy of a rematch because he may have learned from that experience. They may have thought they saw some slippage from Floyd over the last couple of fights against Marcos Maidana. All right, and that might make the fight interesting, so you can understand that. But outside of those two fighters passing on Pacquiao, for those two fighters, there's no excuse to pass on Manny Pacquiao, particularly if what you're coming to us with is Amir Khan. Now, if Floyd Mayweather deciphered what I was trying to say, what I am saying is, in my opinion, Amir Khan is not in Floyd Mayweather's class. He doesn't belong in the same boxing ring as Floyd Mayweather.
I want to stop it right there. And let's go back to what Stephen A. was talking about in this segment. He's not his own boss. You know, guys like me, I can say the stuff that people can't say on ESPN, which is owned by NBC. And God knows who, Rothschild, Bilderberg, whoever. But I can say the stuff that Stephen A. can't say. And Stephen A. know all the background shit, but he can't go on there talking about it. He knows about the top rank in the Al Heyman, and he knows that Floyd is worth, as he said, about $500 million. I'm saying about 300. Now, net worth and what you have is different. But moving on. Floyd can just say, man, listen, all right, let me get this over with. I'm the highest paid athlete in the sport. I want Pacquiao. Floyd can say, you know what, I'm going to have a press conference right now. Yeah, Pacquiao, we're going to get it done. I'm going to tell Heyman to call you right now. Like, I don't care what none of y'all talk. No, if you got power, use it. It could have happened many times. Blame who you want about the $40 million. Floyd Mayweather is A-side. Floyd Mayweather knows that he has to fight Pacquiao. He's got 11 months left.
He didn't pay the dues that Floyd Mayweather paid. He doesn't have a flawless record exercised by or displayed by Danny Garcia, beating him to a pulp with a TKO victory in 4 rounds just a couple of years back. When you talk about a premier fight for boxing fans to see, we don't give a damn about Amir Khan when it comes to who we want to see in the ring with Floyd Mayweather Jr. And if that is what provoked Floyd Mayweather Jr. to go on his diatribe and go off on me, that's fine. I accept it. I'm a big boy. This is what we do. I'm not trying to hurt anybody. Talking about, they always talk about critics criticizing athletes. Last time I checked, we do a lot of praising of athletes as well. And one of the people
he about to say it. I ain't gonna.
That I know I have religiously praised is the greatness of Floyd Mayweather Jr. So because he disagrees with me on this particular point, he wants to go into that diatribe. The man has my number. He knows how to catch me. Floyd Mayweather Jr. knows that if he wanted to see me in Vegas, all he's got to do is pick up the phone and tell me he needs me to come out there, and I'd flow out there to talk to him man to man.
See, that's when I don't like indirect shit like that. And that's why I say you can't say what you want on ESPN, because he's insinuating I'll come out there and talk to you, but really I'll come out there and talk to you, but listen, let's set up an interview. No, that's nah, moving on.
Well, this wasn't necessary, but he can do what he has to do. I'm not going to fall bait for it. I'm not going to get caught up in all of that in terms of trying to go back and forth, trying to disrespect a guy whose greatness as a boxer I have religiously and repeatedly lauded.
Floyd
Mayweather to me is the best boxer on the planet Earth. Floyd Mayweather to me would beat Pacquiao. I dare say I predicted that by the 11th round he would knock Pacquiao out. I believe that. And if me saying I'm acknowledging your greatness, but you can't give us this rinky-dink fight because that's what a fight with Amir Khan would be. It would not be worthy of what we anticipate the closing out portion of Floyd Mayweather's career should be. If he wants to have a problem with me on that, that's fine. I've known Floyd for years. the crew that he's with. I've got nothing but respect for all of those brothers. His daddy's a great trainer. All of these guys are great at what they do. And the people that work for him, I know him. They know how much respect that I have for them. I know they just do.
Before I continue, see, what's all this extra, like, yo, like, he threw you under the bus. I'm not saying don't handle it professionally, but then you giving all these shout outs and everything like that. It's like, you know, like, I know they do this. Listen, Floyd Mayweather is an arrogant, ignorant son of a bitch. Now, he portrays himself to be that in the media, so I'm going to call it like I see it. Somebody like that, if he don't apologize to you, you don't apologize to him for nothing. So I'm thinking like, yo, hold your ground, Stephen A. You know, he know you've been defending him. You know what happened when those people in the money team mansion, and that's probably how fucked up it is in there. You know, them people probably, when they saw this on, they probably was like, oh shit, turn it off. They go Floyd. And Floyd was like, what's this? And they probably started looking like, oh, Stephen A is a dookie to everybody. I bet you not one person in there said, well, Stephen A come right. That motherfucker would have had his money team, all this shit ripped off. And I'm talking about if somebody in the money team mansion had actually agreed with Stephen A, they would have had to return all that money team gear. They probably had to return the car Mayweather gave him, the rent that he's paying, and he probably would have been beat with 2x4s and probably accused of stealing jewelry or some shit. T-Street Controversy, please subscribe.
In their jobs, nobody's calling anybody out. We're simply acknowledging that you're Floyd Mayweather Jr. This is the end of the road. You are on the verge of breaking Rocky Marciano's record by going undefeated in 49 plus fights. There is no way in hell you should be able to get away with selling us a mere con. We want Pacquiao, and you said you want to give the fans the fight they want to see. That's all I said. That's what I'm going to continue to say. And if it gets me cussed out repeatedly, so be it. I'm a big man. I play by big man rules. I can tell.
And you are my man. But
pause.
I was dumbfounded by these, because I have sat here for year after show after year after show, hearing you say nothing but great things about Floyd Mayweather Jr. Sometimes, in my view, defending him to a fault. And you say one little thing that I consider remotely objective, just one little thing, and you get that?
Crazy.
Both barrels right back in your face? Are you kidding me? Does that not qualify as biting the hand that has fed you, or at least defended you, over and over again on this show?
And it's crazy because it won't be acknowledged, but there's this thing among social media and fans of boxing. They call each other Flomos. I don't know what it means. I don't know what they mean by it. But Stephen A. Smith is like a king. One of the ultimate media representations of Floyd Mayweather, defending him every single way, along the way, nothing but support. And as Skip Bayless said, like, yo, he just put the whole 2 barrels in your face, like, fuck you. Like, over that one little thing. Once again, this has been Floyd Mayweather. Just like when he left Golden Boy Promotions after Schaefer left, I'm like, that motherfucker's going back. He ain't going nowhere. Why? Because I've been covering the guy for so long, his tendencies are almost like an adolescent. You can see pattern. You be like, oh, well, y'all, here you go. Nobody around him has a voice. Stephen A. Smith, he has a job. He said right at the beginning, the best way he could, you know, and I'm going to interpret it. He's basically saying, like, listen, I can't go as far as I want, but I can clown you I can clown you even further. But, you know, I work for ESPN and all that type of stuff. I'm not getting into it. But let's continue this before I get out of here.
And just a quick thought. I don't want to get off track about this, but I got to tell you, I get sick and tired of the notion from star athletes that if you didn't play at a high level, you can't comment on a sport or a performance. You can, by the way, shoot the basketball. Floyd doesn't know that, but that's irrelevant to the point. Because the point is, Floyd,
and I used to box.
And look around sports. You see that the San Antonio dynasty, the Spurs, was built by a guy named R.C. Buford. Go check out his track record playing sports. Tell me how far he got out of high school. Not very far. Go look at John Schneider, the architect of the Seattle Seahawks' potential dynasty, and it still could turn in.
All right, we're going to end it right there. I'm just, people been wanting me to cover this for some time, but I wanted to see the reactions, and I wanted to see if Floyd Mayweather was going to pop off again. Going back to what I was saying earlier in the video, the walls are closing in. It got to a point where fans, and even his most diehard supporters saying, he don't have to fight Pacquiao. Like, and they're not saying, and they want to see it, but they like, well, yeah, he said he don't have to fight him, so, come on. I'm going to end with this. It's a final thought. If Mayweather versus Pacquiao were to happen, now listen to me. Let's talk man to man. My name is Terrell. My name is Terrell Van. So let's talk to Terrell Van. I met you. You're like, yo, Rel, what's up? Yeah, what you doing? Listen, on the day of the fight, early in that day, you're going to wake up like, oh, it's going to be busy. You're going to go to the malls, especially in the urban areas. People are going to be shopping for clothing, new sneakers, food. The official beginning or the end of the summer, if it's in May or September, that's going to be barbecues galore. Tell me in the comments, what are you going to be doing when Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather happens? Because there are people saying, like, I don't even care no more. And really, there are people saying, I don't even care no more. Like, I don't even care. I wouldn't even watch it. What are you going to be doing? What are you going to be doing? Your wife's going to go out with her girlfriends and watch it somewhere. The crime rate's going to drop. The Philippines, they're going to have like a big Sky Dome TVs everywhere. Hundreds of thousands. They may come over. They're going to be like 10,000 watching on a 52-inch flat screen, and I'm not being disrespectful. What are you going to be doing that day? Everywhere you go, when you go to the gas station, you're filling up your car. You're going to hear a little chatter about two friends that met up, both getting gas. And like, yo, what's up, man? What you doing now? And I'm going to go ready for that fight, nigga. But like, I'm trying to get you to understand, even the white collar, blue collar, they're going to be in their homes like, yeah, I caught it. I stayed up. Even the people that got to, everybody's going to be, corporate America, everybody's going to be watching the fight. Because why? Because it's the thing to do. Just like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Rumble in the Jungle, Sugar Ray Hearns Hagler. It's the thing to do. Just like it's gonna be like watching the Super Bowl. Everybody know what you're gonna be doing. Everybody's gonna be having all these little dips and they chips and chicken strips. Had to make it round. I just get sick and tired of hearing people bullshit all the time and just talk like, man, I don't care about that shit. Yo, alright. You think you don't care. You're gonna wake up that day hype as shit. You're gonna wake up that and let you have to work. What? And here's the thing. They're saying the fight's gonna generate between $300 and $500 million. No. Why would you let all that money? The money. I don't care if you think you're going to lose. Money. Go buy yourself an island and stay there and sulk for the rest of your life after you lose that fight, Floyd Money Mayweather. Because you know what? For some reason, before I used to be up and down, I used to be thinking like, Floyd going to outbox him. But for some reason, man, I think one of them left hands going to crack him so hard in his face. I think one of them left hands going to crack him so hard he's going to go down and get up on something like, whoa, what the fuck is this shit? Like Curtis Stevens did. Like when he got up from when Golovkin cracked him. Like, this shit is for real. For some reason, I'm picturing a slaughter. For some reason, I'm picturing the biggest fight in boxing history. And then in Floyd Mayweather being a defeat in the last fight of his career because he waited too long. You're not thinking about that stuff, but I am. People keep talking about, okay, well, yeah, Mayweather's supposed to win. You're not thinking about if he loses and he waited this long to lose. Listen, you got a man out there who's been put to sleep, who's been waiting for Floyd for years. He's a Christian and he's humble and he's a nice guy, but listen, he's got kids, so which means he's having sex. So which means there's sometimes, where he not humble, when he be like, yo, when I see Floyd, I'm gonna beat the shit out this motherfucker. I swear I'm gonna beat him the fuck up. No, see, think about it if you're like that, he's a person too. Meaning Pacquiao, he's a person too. It's probably sometimes when he be like in the bed, like, yo, I'm gonna fuck him up. I swear I'm gonna fuck him up. I don't think Floyd's thinking like that. I think Floyd like, man, I don't feel like fighting him. I know I can beat him. I'm not saying Floyd is scared in as far as a physical sense. I'm saying Floyd is scared as far as the legacy. Like, damn, I waited too long. I'm trying to get out of here. That 50 is right there though. Fuck just happened. My internet just cut off. See, that's that bullshit, man. That's that bullshit. I hate when I know this is off topic, but I'm glad it did. Like certain days when your internet just start like reconnecting, you see all the lights pop on and then go off. Anyway, I'm T Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe. I cover every single major fight live. All boxing news, whether it's Mayweather, Pacquiao, whether it's Saad Look Nung Young Toy of the Coke Eat Gym. I cover it all. T Street Controversy Live.